Good evening. Hope this finds everybody well. I had put a drash on my Facebook page as we started Deuteronomy this week, and I thought I might share it on here. I look back, I remembered having said a few of these things, so I apologize for the repetition, but interestingly, we'll find that it's appropriate in just a moment. But I wanted to share a few things. The preacher in me is coming out, so last time I did more of a historical and a theological presentation. This time it's going to be more hermeneutic. So, Devarim, Deuteronomy. This week we start the book of Deuteronomy, or Devarim in Hebrew. Deuteronomy means second telling or repetition. And indeed, these are the words that Moses spoke to all of Israel in the plains of Moab. Devarim, words, and Devorim, bees, appear the same in the Torah scroll, as the Torah scroll contains no vowels. Bees produce honey, which is sweet, and honey has been used for healing for eons. They also, like words, can have a sharp sting. Our words can be healing and sweet, or painful and stinging. Deuteronomy is only second to the Psalms in the number of scrolls found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. There are 33 copies, none of which is complete. However, every chapter is represented. 2 scrolls are in a more ancient form of Hebrew called Paleo-Hebrew, and one is on papyrus, making it rather precarious in the desert during all that time, rather than leather, which was a bit more durable. The overall theme of Deuteronomy seems to be that of monotheism, of loyalty to God, the emphasis of God's love, justice, and transcendence, and humanitarianism, taking care of the poor and the disadvantaged. It seems to help transition us from the sacrifices and priesthood to studying God's law and performing rituals that teach reverent love for God, and eventually allows for non-sacrificial and synagogue worship. The Shema, public reading of Torah, grace after meals, Kiddush on Sabbath, mezuzah, tefillin, tzitzit, and taking care of the poor and the widow are all highlighted. There are 70 laws that do not appear in the other books and are new to Deuteronomy. And some suspect that this may very well be the scroll of the book of the law found in 2 Kings 22 during the reign of Josiah and help lead to his reforms. In this first parsha, God tells the people that they have camped at this mountain long enough, and shortly thereafter, in another admonition, states, "You have circled this mountain long enough." Surely there are several good lessons right there. One of which I think is the admonition that God gave to Moses when he's praying and asking for help, crying out at the edge of the sea. And God says, "Why are you talking to me? Move forward." We should move forward. The rabbi of the conservative synagogue that I attend virtually points out that initially Moses is not a man of words, but he finds his voice as he becomes committed to the message, and now gives this long speech called Deuteronomy to the people, reminding them of their personal responsibilities to man and to God. The Haftarah, or the prophetic portion, is Isaiah 1 through 27, and it is capped off by the final phrase, "Zion shall be redeemed by justice, and its repentant people by righteousness. So may it be in our lifetimes and in the whole house of Israel lifetimes." There are 2 commandments: you shall not recognize a face in judgment or fear anyone in judgment. And the Musar this week is Gevurah, or strength. To a good week. I hope you have a good week. I hope this was somewhat of a blessing to you. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you later on in the week for a continuation of our other series. Thank you for listening.